On a sunny day, a man and a woman came to visit the Tamalpay Pavilion.
The scenery here is really good. I didn't notice this building when we passed by the entrance just now, as if it was embedded in the mountain.
Yes, the entrance of the Tamalpay's Pavilion is combined with the mountain. As the hillside descends, the viewing platform on which we are floating floats on the landscape.
I feel we are wrapped in a heavy concrete structure.
Yes, the body of the house is supported by 8 poured-in-place concrete columns. Domestic space occupies the sandwich between the 2 equally disposed square concrete slabs. The 3 works of architect Pafford use the same pavilion prototype. Desert Pavilion, Mountain Pavilion, and Great Western Savings are the translations of the same prototype, under different functions, different terrains, and different scales.
From the plan, we passed through the glass box in the middle from the entrance, and then reached the viewing platform.
That's right. This glass box is sandwiched in the middle of the structure, and the plan can be freely arranged. At the same time, entrance corridors, private spaces, and outdoor stairs are inserted or attached to the structural skeleton.
It seems that we can divide the precedent into the pavilion space and these inserted spaces according to the characteristics.
I think these inserted spaces can also be called in-between space, which is extracted from the volume inserted in the case. It breaks the integrity of the pavilion, but provides different functions and connection possibilities. Mountain Pavilion can be used, as an ideal unit, to proliferate and grow in different directions. Within its structural framework, it can develop more diverse spaces and organize more diverse activities in the vertical and horizontal directions.
Okay, let's take a look.
Vertical version. Los Angeles, downtown. A high-rise concrete building stands, and some white volumes extend from the skeleton to the sky.
Good morning. Do you know that the concept of the high-rise building we live in comes from a residence designed by Paffard?
Oh, is it? It is difficult for me to associate a skyscraper with a small house.
They follow the same rules. Let me show you. First, the building plan is derived from the preceded column network, which is expanded by 2 adjacent columns.
Oh, so after 4 expansions, a high-level plane of 4 units is formed?
Right, the center is the building traffic core. After the column network is determined, the L-shaped floor slabs are arranged spirally upwards, which can generate some double height space to satisfy more functions. The 3 types of residential units are arranged in the middle of the column net, and the studio is arranged in the double height space to meet different needs.
I can see that these external stairs are spiraling up like the floor slabs.
These inserted white blocks are derived from the in-between space obtained by analyzing the mountain pavilion. In this high-rise building, they stretch to the sky, using a different structure and material system. At the same time, these blocks can meet more functions according to people's needs, such as gymnasiums, exhibition halls, and reading rooms. While overlooking the city landscape, it is also a social place for the people who live here.
At the double height space, there is outdoor stairs hanging outside.
People living here will have a different experience in the in-between space.
Following the rules derived from the Mountain Pavilion, this high-rise building grows vertically in the city.
The whole city can be seen on the outstanding platform.
Yes, under the structural framework, the layout of space is free.
From the natural landscape embedded in the mountain to the urban landscape cantilevered in the air, the story about the vertical version of the Mountain Pavilion is coming to an end. Horizontal version. On the plain, there are many small concrete houses, which expand on the plain, and the individuals are connected by white blocks and platforms.
Hi, nice to meet you. Are you a new resident?
Yes, I heard that this is a community based on the Mountain Pavilion designed by Paffard.
I have lived here for half a year, and I would be happy to introduce you to how this came into being.
Thank you. Let's talk as we go.
It can be seen from the plane that the skeleton of the mountain pavilion is used as a complete living unit, replicated and extended on the horizontal plane.
What about the gaps between these units?
Different in-between spaces are placed in these gaps, which are the same as the blocks and platforms inserted in the vertical version. They can be corridors and sometimes used as exhibition halls. These glass boxes can be a place for everyone to hold parties at night.
I understand that from this section, these spaces are flexible, and they can bring more vitality to the community.
Following this rule, the mountain pavilion can expand infinitely on the plane, maintaining the integrity of its single unit and at the same time being connected to the whole.
It must be spectacular.
Now, let's go back to Mountain Tamalpay Pavilion.
These two stories are interesting. One grows vertically and the other grows horizontally. They seem to be unconnected, but the in-between space filled in the gap is the same.
That's right. The vertical version is based on the city, and the horizontal version extends in the natural landscape. Perhaps one day these two versions will merge.